Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Flow by Ana Nathalie. In today's class, we'll be doing a short sequence for lower back pain. I do suggest 2 blocks for this practice. We'll be using them in our hip opening pose, and also at the end of the practice we'll do restorative bridge. So if you don't have the blocks, I would suggest grab 2 books of the same size. And yeah, that's all. So unroll your mats and let's get started. Alright, so for now, set your blocks aside. We will not be using them. Take your knees as wide apart as the mat, your big toes touching. Take your hips back towards your heels. Extend your hands forward. Take an inhale here and melt down towards the ground, your forehead resting on the mat. Take a deep inhale in through the nose and audibly exhale out of the mouth, HA. Let's do this one more time. Deep inhale in through the nose and exhale out of the mouth, HA. Now gently seal your lips and breathe, inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out of the nose. On your inhalation, feel your rib cage expand, and on your exhalation, feel the rib cage contract. And we'll stay here like this for 5 breaths. On your inhale, look forward, hold the breath, go on the fingertips of your hands, and walk your hands through the center and over towards the left side. Exhale and melt down here towards the ground. Feel the side body stretch on the right side of your body. On your next inhale, look forward, hold the breath, go on the fingertips of your hands, and walk your hands through the center and over towards the right side. Exhale here, melt down towards the ground, and feel the side body stretch on the left side of your body. On your next inhale, look forward, go on the fingertips of your hands, and take your hands all the way towards the center, and find yourselves on your hands and knees. So check your alignment. Your shoulders are stacked over your wrists, and your hips are stacked over your knees. If you look between your thighs, you shouldn't see the backs of your legs. If you do see them, just move them out towards the sides. We're going to move now into cat-cow to wake up and lubricate our spine. So, on the inhale, drop your belly down towards the ground, arch your back, look up. And on your exhale, round your back, tuck your tailbone under, hug the belly in towards the midline. Inhale, drop your belly, arch your back, look up. And exhale, round your back like an angry cat on Halloween. Hug the belly in towards the midline. Inhale, arch your back, look up. And exhale, round your back. Hug everything into the midline. And now move like this, dynamically at the rhythm of your own breath. On your next inhale, find neutral spine. From here, take your knees together, your big toes touching. Tuck your toes under and sit back on your heels. You might want to help your pinky toes and untuck them because they tend to stick out. So place your hands on tops of your thighs. You may close your eyes here. And we will move into some neck stretches. So drop your chin down towards your chest. And now take your right ear to your right shoulder. Take your head back. Left ear, left shoulder. And repeat. Right ear, right shoulder. Take your head back. Left ear, left shoulder. And move your head like that. Every time I do neck stretches, I remind myself how rarely I do neck stretches. And that I should do them more often. Next time your chin finds the middle of your chest, take your head counterclockwise. Left ear, left shoulder. Take your head back. Right ear, right shoulder. Yes, I know your toes are burning, feeling uncomfortable, but just stay here for a little while. And the final time your chin made it to your chest, go on your hands, untuck your toes, and pat your toes on the mat. This feels good. From here, extend your right leg back, extend your left leg back, and find yourself in high plank. So, we've been quite gentle for some time now, but we're going to fire up our core. So, hug everything into the midline. Hug your belly in towards your spine. Your hands are engaged. Your hands are strong. Your legs are engaged. They're strong. Look slightly forward and keep inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out of the nose. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. Last breath, inhale, and exhale, lower your knees down towards the ground, untuck your toes, shift your shoulders past your wrists, hug your belly in towards the midline, and now lower all the way down towards the mat. Slide your hands forward, your forearms parallel to one another, and your elbows slightly past your shoulders. Press into your forearms and take your shoulders back down your spine. Inhale here and stay. We're in Sphinx Pose, a gentle back bend. We're here for a few breaths. And now exhale, lower your forehead down towards the ground. Take your hands by your lower ribs, your elbows magnetized into one another. Tuck your toes, press into the tops of your thighs, and lift yourself off the mat into downward facing dog. So this is the first downward dog of our practice. You may want to walk your dog, bend one knee, then the other. All 10 knuckles of your hands are pressing down into the mat. Take your shoulder blades away from your spine to create space in upper back. Bend your knees a bit more and take your hips up and back, feeling the extension in your spine, extending through the sides of your body. And breathe here in downward facing dog. On your inhale, raise your right leg off the mat and up into down dog split. Flex through the toes. Now exhale, bend the knee to forehead, and place your knee outside behind your right hand. And this is where you would want to grab your block. So take your block on the lowest setting and place it underneath your thud. The thud is the area where your thigh and the butt meet. Untuck the toes of your left leg and press your thud area into your block. The knee of the left leg should touch the floor. So as you are here, your right shin may either point towards your left hip, or you may want to make it parallel to the front of the mat. So I like to keep it parallel to the front of the mat because I feel that I'm getting a bit of a deeper stretch. So if you're there with me, you may also do the same. And now grab your second block, place it on your desired setting. I'm going to put it at the highest setting. Take an inhale here, and exhale, melt down towards the ground, either on your forearms, or if your flexibility allows you, all the way down towards the mat. I'm going to place my forehead down on the block, and we'll stay here for 10 breaths. So make sure you're comfortable. Close your eyes and breathe here, taking deep inhalation in through the nose and exhaling out of the nose. And follow the rhythm of your own breath. On your next inhale, go on the fingertips of your hands. Tuck the left toes under. Lift the leg off the mat. You may take your block away and place on the side. And take your right leg up and high into down dog split. Then place it on the mat to meet your left foot. Now we'll repeat the same action on the left side. So inhale your left leg up and high into the sky, into down dog split. Flex through the toes. Exhale, bring knee to nose, round your back. And then place your left knee behind your left hand. Take your block and place it on the lowest setting underneath your thought area. Okay. Place your right foot onto the ground, untuck your toes, look back and make sure that it's straight behind you. And now you may either stay here, meaning you may either want to have the shin of your left leg point towards the right hip, or if you're like me and you want a bit of a deeper hip opening, you might want to kind of like parallel your shin to the front of the mat. I'm just gonna adjust. Okay. Place your block in front of you. Take an inhale here. And exhale, lower down to your forearms or maybe all the way down towards the mat. Close your eyes, and we're here for 10 breaths. Take an inhale, go on your hands, tuck the toes of your right leg, lift your hip, take the blocks away and set them on the side. And take your left leg up and high into down dog split. Then place it on the mat next to your right. Readjust yourself in downward dog. Bend your knees, take your hips up and back. And let's breathe here for 3 breaths. You may want to bend your knees, walk your dog, or stay static in this pose. Do as feels good. On your inhale, take yourself into high plank. Take 1 breath here. And exhale, shift your shoulders past your wrists. Bend your knees, place them down onto the mat. Untuck your toes, hug your belly in towards the midline, and lower yourself down all the way towards the ground. Shift your forearms forward and find yourself in Sphinx Pose. One more inhale in Sphinx. And exhale, place your forehead down towards the ground. Clasp your hands behind your back. Take your legs together so the big toes are touching. And on the inhale, lift your torso, hands, and legs off the floor. So let's inhale and lift. And stay here. Keep breathing. And exhale, lower down. Take an inhale here. Exhale. And let's repeat one more time. Inhale and lift. Keep breathing. And exhale, lower all the way down towards the ground. Make a pillow with your hands, taking one palm over the other. Place your forehead on the top of your hands and shimmy your hips side to side. From here, flip onto your backs. Flip onto your backs, and now listen carefully. So this is where you would want to introduce your blocks one more time. So take your blocks and place them on the highest setting, together, pressed together. Now, when you lower down on your backs, lay down and prepare yourself for bridge pose. So your hands are pressing into the ground. The heels of your feet are close to your glutes. Press into your ball and the heel of your feet. And with the power of your legs, lift your lower back off the ground. And now take your blocks and place them underneath your sacrum, okay? And stay here in this restorative bridge pose. We're here for a few breaths. You may close your eyes. And breathe, following the natural rhythm of your own breath. On your next inhale, lift your hips off the blocks and set the blocks to the side. We won't need them anymore. Place your hands, press your hands onto your mat and lower your upper, middle, and lower back all the way to the ground. Take your feet as wide apart as the mat and knock your knees into one another. And stay here. A few breaths. And now extend your right leg down on the mat and your left leg down on the mat, preparing for a final resting pose, Shavasana. So slightly tuck your shoulder blades under to give a little bit of lift to your chest, and rotate your arms outward so the inner parts of your arms are spilled out. Relax your legs. Relax your mouth and your jaw. Relax your tongue. Let the eyeballs become heavy in the eye sockets. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax your forehead. And keep breathing naturally. Shavasana. There is nothing left to do. Bring small movements to your fingers and toes. You may want to take your hands back and extend them, stretching your body. Place your feet on top of the mat, bend your knees, and flip over to your favorite side. Resting your head in the crook of your arm in fetal pose. Gently press yourself up into seated positions. Keep your eyes closed. Take your hands in prayer by the middle of your chest and thank yourself for coming on the mat and practicing yoga wherever you are. Namaste. You may open your eyes now. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.